Yo, what's up guys, it's boltzysvfx. Today I'm going to be showing you guys another tutorial. This time you guys will be learning how to get clips for your edits, remove backgrounds for free and for pro users, and last but not least, overlays. I will be showing you guys a ton of tips to help you, so make sure you watch the whole thing. And here I will give you guys the timestamps for each section. Before that, I want to mention I just opened my new Discord server where it's built to help editors. You can ask the community for your opinions and help, and watch me edit live and voice chat, and ask questions for more help. And you can also promote your posts and edits for opinions or extra views. Also, my editing pack is now released for $10. You can get all my 4K clips, overlays, backgrounds, and sound effects. The link to the editing pack is in my server here. And here goes my Discord server link if anybody wants to join the community. Alright, so first guys, we're going to go ahead and get into tips. So tip number one is you're going to come over here to modify. You're going to type in your project name. I'm going to name this one tutorial. You're going to come over here to resolution, and then you're going to type in 3840 by 2160. If you're on phone, you're going to want to go 2160 by 3840 and use that. So I'm gonna go back to this, and you want to use 60 FPS for mass burst style. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Okay guys, so tip number two, you're gonna want to come over here to menu, and then you're gonna go to help, and then shortcuts is right here. Here's all the shortcuts that you can use to make your stuff better. You can go to split mode, which I don't recommend this. I recommend just using this one. So like I press Control B every single time I need to split a clip. There's a lot of useful ones in here, and I would recommend going through them and then changing them to what you want. Okay, so for this next tip, you're going to want to go to menu. We're going to go ahead and change the settings. You're going to want to make sure you go to edit, and then frame rate is the same as your project. These really don't matter too much, but I set it to 1 frame. You want to go to performance. Make sure these are turned on. Please make sure these are turned on. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you this tip with the folders. You can go and go to import, and you can import individual files, or you can just import folders. So like I can import one of these right now. So just double click on it. I'm going to show you guys this one as well as a little bonus tip. You can go over here and turn this off. If you don't, then it's going to keep going like this every single time. But when you turn it off, you can move it like this. Last tip, you're going to want to go over here to filters. People have been begging me for my quality settings, and this is all you have to do. You're gonna have to go over to filters. You're gonna type in 4K, drag this on, drag it all the way out the end of your whole entire edit, put it on 50%. You're gonna want to come over here. You're gonna want to go to pale mist, type in pale mist and filters up here. You want to put this to 30. You could tell it already looks a lot better than before. And then you're going to want to go to Moody Fall. And you're going to want to put this above Pale Mist. Yes, the layering does change it. I'm going to put this to 20. The layering does change this, so I would make sure it's in this order right here. That's my quality settings. I put this over my whole entire track of edit. Alright guys, so now we're going to get into how to get your clips for your edits and things like that. We're going to go over these 4 sites up here. This one is animetwixter.com. These have a lot of good ones as well. Okay, so here we are with Twixter. This is another really good site for clips. You can type them in, whatever you're looking for, say Naruto. You can get Twixter clips from Naruto. Most of these are 1080p, so I would try to find some with 4K. Okay, so now we're here on ringwiththetwixter.com. You can go ahead and get a lot of clips from here from all different kinds, and they're all 4K usually. So this is a very great site to go to. All right, so here we are on the last one, Anime Clips Raw. This is also a very good site, and I recommend you getting them. For beginners, you can get these off these sites, but honestly, when you get more advanced, you should probably just make your own, which is really difficult. But I can show you guys how to make those in a future tutorial if you guys want that. And this is going to be how I get my clips. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get into backgrounds on how to remove the background of characters. So I found this really good clip right here, and I'm going to go ahead and split it. I'm going to drag these out to the right in case I want to use those again. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and find the song that I want to use. So I'm going to go over here to music, and I'm going to go to, I wanted to use this one. I'm going to find the start, and we're actually going to use this part for the example. So I'm going to go right here, because if you listen to it, I'll just go ahead and play it. Obviously, that's a pretty good spot for mass bursting and removing a bunch of backgrounds and putting stuff behind people. Okay, so first up, I'm going to show you guys how to do this for free. And yes, it is 10 times better to do this in pro. So I would recommend just biting the bullet and getting pro or using the free trial. You're going to have to go to brush, and you're going to have to change the size for bigger things like this. So if I'm drawing inside of him, I'm going to put a larger brush. And if I'm drawing on the outside of him, say say right over here, I'm going to use a smaller brush for all the outline of the character. It is very annoying and it's going to take a lot longer to mask things, but this is the best way to do it for free. I'm going to go ahead and start the time lapse for you guys and finish this. So as you guys can see, the mask is not perfect, but there is a workaround that you can do to make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and press apply on this, and then you're gonna put feather on. So you're gonna put feather to about 20, and you can also de-expand this, and it'll make it look a bit better. But honestly, I would just go for pro because it looks a lot better. You could do your mask a lot more and spend more time on it, but this is how you remove backgrounds without pro. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the pro version on how to mask. You're going to go up to here and you're going to want to go ahead and get rid of this by pressing Alt and then going over everything. If you press Alt, have the delete one instead of the brush. Okay, so now I'm on brush and all I have to do is this and go like that. It's much easier on pro, and for now this actually should be okay. It looks pretty good so far. So now you press this, and then if you want to keep feather on, you can. See, 30 feather looks perfectly fine, and barely anybody would be able to notice this. Okay, so after you have your character masked out, you have all your beats right here. You're going to want to mark each one. I showed you guys how to set the shortcuts before. Now here is the markers. So now you're going to want to press M for me and mark all your beats. And this is the ending beat, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all of that. Here goes your beats, all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and go to all my editing files. This is my editing pack right here. So it has a ton of stuff. It has like over 400 backgrounds and overlays. I'm going to go ahead and go to overlays and backgrounds, overlays, backgrounds. I'm just going to put some behind them. This is how it's going to look. I'm going to split this, delete that, split this, delete that, split this, delete that. It does not have to be space or anything like that. This is just what I'm using for the tutorial to explain it. I'm just putting stuff behind people. You can readjust these if you need to. You can put them bigger, lower, whatever you want. Now you have something that looks like this. Okay, so guys, once you have your background set and everything, what you could do is you can go drag over all of these clips. You can go over here to adjust and then turn the temperature down and the saturation down and then the exposure up. And you can mess around with this and use your own settings depending on the feather and the background of your removal. So also what you can do is control copy your main clip and then press Control V to duplicate it. And then you're going to go over here to effects and type in glow. And I want to go to glow 2 and drag it on the bottom one. And then you want to drag it twice or 3 times even if you want. So that is backgrounds. All right, so now we're on to overlays, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the custom removal on the background for this one. Just the bottom one. Do not mess with the top one. Okay, you're going to want to go here. You're going to want to turn this off. And now you can add your overlays and everything. You can put them right under this one. This works for any overlay, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and turn the speed up on this one to like 5. And go right here. Say I wanted it to be behind him, but also in the same shot. You want to go over to basic. You're going to come over here to mode and then either use screen or brighten. And what that's going to do is it's going to add it behind him. Say I wanted to add glass in the background as well. We're going to go to where the glass first breaks. It's like right here. And then we are going to speed it up to 2 times. You're going to come here and delete all of that. And that looks pretty good so far. So you want to go to the same spot and press screen or brighten, whichever one looks better for your clip. So screen looks pretty good here. And what I'm going to go do is go to adjust. I'm going to go to saturation, turn that down and make it fit the clip a little bit better. So if I want to go for a brighter one, I'm going to use orange, and that's how you add an effect behind them. And if you want to add more effects, you can add more effects. For this one, I'm probably just going to go a little bit smaller on effects. So I'm going to add this. So now it looks kind of something like this. And I don't think that part looks good, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to adjust and do the same thing for this one. I'm going to change it to the oranger color and put the exposure up. So that looks pretty good. And this is how you do overlays and it's the same concept as removing the backgrounds on the other ones and then putting stuff behind it, but a little bit more steps. All right, so now that we're done with the tutorial, I'm gonna thank everybody for hitting 9K on TikTok. That's crazy to me. Let's see if we can hit 10K, and everybody drop a follow on YouTube and TikTok. I love you guys so much, and have a great day.